What's up, everybody? It's your man right here, the one and only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one of the original road warlords, and as always, bring you the knowledge and drop the science in this industry of what we call trucking, okay? I'm doing this particular video to speak upon any and all information has to be revised. All information has to be revised. All right, now, my most watched videos are, of course, the Lone Mountain videos. They're the most watched, right? And like I said, the reason why I put the videos out there was because I wanted guys to have a step-by-step. I want you to have the step-by-step process of what you need in order to go over there if you chose to go to Lone Mountain and get you a truck. All right? That was it. A lot of guys asked about it and stuff like that. I said I'll put the content up, that way you'll know, right? Because a lot of guys will call over there and stuff, and then the information is brand new to them and stuff like that. It's best to go in being prepared for what you have to do and stuff, because Lone Mountain, these guys are about, they about moving their product. They got their inventory out there and stuff. They about moving trucks. Their inventory is constantly changing. They're very serious. They're not going to be sitting there, they're not going to sit there and keep calling you constantly and stuff, saying, well, hey, you ready to pull the trigger today? You ready to pull the trigger today? That's not, when you call them, you got to be ready to do, you got to be ready to follow through with it and stuff. I mean, otherwise that, it's a waste of time calling and stuff. That's what I learned, when I went there and stuff, I had my, when I filled the application out, they told me I was approved. I was ready right then. I said, okay, this how much money I need right here. Is this truck available? Okay, I'm about to shoot you the money, and then, we'll go from there. Because I already knew, being that I bought two trucks previously, not through Lone Mountain, but just buying trucks, two trucks previously. I asked the question, I said, listen, if I give you guys the money, what does that mean? If I'm not interested, say I get there and I'm not interested in the truck, do I get my money back? Yes. Okay, so what does my money do? My money guarantees that the truck that I pick is going to be there and nobody else is going to get it. I said, fine, because I'm ready to do it. Everything else and stuff is on par. Okay, the payments and stuff, I just asked the question, okay, these payments, is it some kind of small print I got to read or whatever? No small print. This is what your truck payment is going to be and stuff like that. This how long the term is. This is the warranty. These are the people we got the warranty doing stuff. They was straight up. They was on point and stuff. I said, all right, fine. Go ahead. I'm going to shoot y'all the money. And that's that. And that's what I did. Okay, they are no nonsense type of dealership. And when I got to the facility, I saw why. Because the inventory that they had is constantly moving out of there. When I went to Fort Worth to go pick my truck up, you had guys coming in there every 5 minutes, signing contracts and stuff. Okay, this the truck I want right here, sign a contract and leaving. So, you up against, now I'm from North Carolina. The nearest facility, the nearest Lone Mountain facility that they had was in Tifton, Georgia. But the truck that I wanted, which was this one, was in Fort Worth. It was ready to go and stuff like that. Now the reason why I got this one again is because I really wanted Kenworth T660. I wanted Kenworth T660. They didn't, when I read the specifications and stuff like that, it wasn't up to my standards. So I was about to just pull all the way out and stuff. And then that's when they showed me this truck in and stuff and said, all right, you know what? I can work with it. And so I shot the money. The rest is history. Okay. Their inventory is constantly changing. They can't keep trucks in there. They can't keep trucks in there and stuff. I mean, there was not a slow period nowhere that day. Guys was just coming in there, hey, this the truck I want, signing the contract, giving them the money, and that was that. He's like, all right, call me when the truck is ready. You know, so you know, I get a lot of comments and stuff about Lone Mountain did this and Lone Mountain did that. And what I always end my videos with is continue to do your own research, fact finding, and studies. Harness on your skills every day. Why? Because information is constantly changing and stuff. And so, you know, if that's what it is, then, you know, the reality is up to you. You know, the reality at the end of the day and stuff is up to you to search for that information. It's up to you to do your own research, fact finding, studies. If I have information, again, I'll put it up here. But, you know, and I'll put up the source material where I got it from and stuff. You know, particularly I go and look the information up myself. You know, I try not to be one of those drivers that, you know, just speak out the side of his neck. You know, my information can be referenced. It can be referenced. It can be a point of research. It can be a point of study. But information has to be revived. And so it's been a year. It's been a year and stuff. And, you know, the only business I do at Lone Mountain is shooting them the payments every month. That's it. You know, it's sometimes it's not even a phone call and stuff. You know, they may call me and say, you know, they probably need some information with my insurance or something like that, you know, but the phone call isn't even 2-3 minutes long and stuff, and that's that. That's all the information that's all the contact I have with Lone Mountain and stuff. You know, I considered getting another truck, but I made the decision not to do a fleet. I made that decision not to do a fleet and stuff because I just don't have I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience, nor do I have the tolerance, you know, to run the fleet. You know, I'm just going to be a one truck, one trailer entity. That's it. You know, I'm not going to grow. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. Again, I just don't have the tolerance, nor do I have the patience. So that's why I bagged off that second deal and stuff with Lone Mountain. But again, the truck that I was going to get, the payments was lower, the down payment was lower. You know, but it didn't have all the things and stuff like this truck had and stuff. You know, it wasn't a own operated spec truck. It was a fleet model truck, you know, which means that, you know, it had the standard manual 10-speed transmission. You know, it didn't have all the bells and whistles and stuff. You know, it was a 6x2. 6x2 instead of a 6x4. You know, so, but I was willing to work with that and stuff. You know, and I got around to speaking to some drivers and stuff like that, and none of them was impressing me enough to make that type of investment. So I said, man, no, that's okay. All right, you know, there's that. So that's the thing there and stuff. The inventory is constantly changing, and so when the inventory changes, sometimes the payments are going to go up because, you know, they got newer model equipment and stuff. You know, my truck, when I got it, it was a 2013, under 5,000 miles. All right, you know, as years go up and stuff like that, you know, it's going to be kind of hard to find this particular year truck with the miles under 500,000 and stuff. So, you know, it may be 2015, 2016. You know, you may decide that you want to go brand new. You know, so you have to constantly keep your head on. You gotta, you know, keep your head on the swivel, so to speak. Because one thing and stuff that kind of hurt me to my heart was after I done signed the contract and everything and stuff, and I was ready to go and stuff. You know, when the offices was closing, the guy, you know, the salesman, kind of made this remark. He kind of made this remark and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I could have done that. You know, what he was saying was, they was talking about getting some. They were talking about getting some more Kenworth W900s, brand new Kenworth W900s, They wanted this amount of money down and stuff and this amount of money. And so the guy was implying that, well, the down payment is too high, the truck payment is too high and stuff, and the only way that you can make money, off the truck is if you go out there and work in the oil field. And I'm like, God, you got guys out here in lease purchase programs and stuff, man, with trucks that they're never going to own. Trucks they're never going to own and stuff, and no kind of warranty whatsoever, that's paying almost double that. And you're talking about a Kenworth W900 for this amount down, this amount of month for 5 years, bumper to bumper warranty. You have a warranty from Lone Mountain, warranty from the manufacturer. And you're saying that, well, he's saying, well, the truck payment was $2,600. I'm like, dude, you got guys that paying $3,300, $3,400 a month for a truck. I said, 26 is a cakewalk. And then you're getting the type of truck that you want. Like I said, it hurt my heart. And I'm like, dang, it really ain't nothing I can do and stuff. I'm like, he said the truck's gonna be in next month and stuff like that. And I'm like, I really, if somebody would have told me that, right? And that's really my fault because I didn't ask the question. You see, information always has to be revised. If I would have asked the question and said, okay, when is the next time you guys get W900 and stuff? If he would have told me, okay, next month, I would have waited. That's me personally. I would have waited. I would have took the brand new truck. I would have took the brand new truck with the high payment because I know what I do and stuff is enough for me to afford the truck and stuff. I was paying $2,000 a month. I was paying $2,000 a month for a 2007 Freightliner Central class and stuff. So you're saying for $600 more, I have a brand new truck, bumper to bumper warranty, extended warranty, all the bells and whistles for just $600 more than what than what I was paying. And I'm still doing the same amount of work and stuff and knowing the type of money and stuff that I make. I'm like, man, yeah, I would have done it. I would have done this stuff. I would have jumped on this stuff. But again, that's just based upon where I stood. But again, my fault was I didn't ask the question because information is always being revised. So, again, my video from Lone Mountain has been over a year, right? It's been over a year. And through my process and stuff, you seen what to expect. Yeah, I ain't gonna say off of every truck and stuff, but this particular truck and stuff, I got I probably got more repair than I do truck payment. That's a fact. But again, a lot of that had to do with me and some of the things and stuff that I'm learning, particularly with the DEF system, but since everything and stuff is fixed and working, now I know what to expect. And so I put that information out there and stuff, okay. This is what you probably experienced and so on and so forth and stuff like that. So it's really not up. Some guys and stuff are talking about, doing super tunes and stuff to their truck. But I'm saying, in a way, it's really not necessary if you know what things and stuff to fix and so on and so forth. Again, that's why I put that information out there and stuff, because information always has to be revised. Information always has to be revised. So, like I said, in conclusion, I thought about just removing the whole Lone Mountain content. I thought about it, and then I said, no, I'm just go ahead and keep it up and stuff, because for the most part, most of the information up there and stuff is still on point. It's just, their inventory and stuff is different, so it's going to be requiring more of a down payment. It's going to be requiring more of a payment per month. But the terms and conditions and stuff are still the same. Again, they're looking more into your, credit is a factor. Credit is a factor, but again, it's still based upon your readiness and stuff like that. Well, do you have a plan in case something happens? How much do you have in the reserve? After you put your down payment, where are you going to take your equipment to? How long have you been there? Those sort of things there and stuff are real deciding factors. again, still stand behind Lone Mountain and stuff and the equipment that they have, because based upon what others and stuff are, these other programs, I think that you're going to wind up paying less money. There's less interest rate and stuff. The only thing I don't really agree with too much is the fact that it's not going to do anything for your credit. It's not going to do anything to your credit. It's one of those situations there and stuff. But again, for the most part, if you're talking about trying to get some equipment and stuff like that, you're only paying an arm and a leg, a month. I think this is the way to go. Again, that's my opinion. I stand behind it. I got the math and stuff, to use as a reference tool and stuff for anybody that feels a little bit different. And I'll go ahead and end on that note there and stuff. My Facebook page and stuff, I'm still trying to get those things and stuff into work. I am about to upgrade and get some more camera equipment and stuff, because I'm, I guess it's kind of point. I ain't gonna say it's pointless and stuff, but I think that the more subscribers I'm getting and stuff, the more information I need to be putting out here and stuff like that. So I need to make my content more feasible, something that is not looked at upon on phones and stuff like that. There, whatnot. I need better camera equipment, better tools and stuff like that. So I'm in the midst of doing that. And of course, my 12-month upgrade, my 12-month update with Rooster Red and stuff like that. A lot of upgrades and stuff that I've done to it, to the truck and the trailer, and my overall outlook and stuff for 2019 and stuff. So again, stay tuned. Stay tuned and stuff. I got the information stuff to come. As you can see back there at the bump, the top bunk and stuff is up. Where in that my last video and stuff, you seen a couple brown boxes. They're gone now and stuff, because those brown boxes again contain stuff that I was putting on my equipment. So so I got the reveal that's going to be coming up very shortly. Until then, stay tuned. And with that being said, it's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster. Tell you as always, continue your research, fact find, and study. All this on your skills every day. Until next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy, and peace out.